promotional, educational, testimonials, how-to, tutorials. There are so many content angles you can use for your e-commerce brand that it can easily become overwhelming. That's why in today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to put together a balanced and effective content calendar for your e-commerce brand. So that way you can nurture your audience, educate them, and also convert as many people as possible. I'm Nicholas. I've been running Leia Consulting for the past 4 years, and we generate millions of dollars in email revenue for DTC brands. And I'm just here to share value. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna dive into how to create an effective email calendar for your e-commerce brand. An effective content calendar is gonna be the foundations of your entire email strategy. So you wanna make sure the ideas and angles you come up with are optimized and they make sense for your e-commerce brand. So that way you can create content that's interesting, balanced, and at the same time, you also convert as many people as possible. Again, with emails, you wanna educate, nurture, if you will, but you also want to sell because you're in the business of selling. Otherwise, you'd be going bankrupt, if that makes sense. So that being said, let's dive right into it. So first things first, I would like to really hone in on this concept right here, rule, which is there's not a set in stone strategy. There's no, this is not black or white, right? When it comes to creating content calendar, they're not like right or wrong strategies. It really depends on your market, audience, your brand, your products, etc. So the first thing I can tell you right now when it comes to creating a content calendar is that you must use common sense, right? If you know your audience, it's gonna be pretty simple to come up with ideas that are interesting and that actually make sense for your brand, whether they're educational or they're more on the promotional side of things. So that's the first tip, and the biggest one I can give you is that use common sense, right? Second, have a healthy balance between promotional and non-promotional. It could be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. Again, play around with it. Every brand, every audience, every industry, every market is different. So I cannot give you a specific template. It really depends on your industry and products. We've seen with some clients where we can send like 80% of the content about their brand and products and very salesy, if you will, and they just crush it, and the unsubscribe rate is really low. Whereas with other brands, it makes more sense to be more educational and create more of a how-to, tutorials, very interesting educational content that actually brings value to the table. Again, it really depends on the industry. Keep it simple. Most brands really, they focus too much on their products or on very advanced strategies to come up with ideas for their content calendar, to be honest. And you'll see this later. It's really simple to just come up with very interesting ideas. Again, if you know your audience, this should be pretty simple. And we've also got some strategies that I'm gonna dive into later to fill out your content calendar, okay? Now, think of emails because it's pretty much the same thing as ad impressions. Emails are impressions, right? So that's why you should be you should stay top of mind as long as you can, and that's why having a frequency, a healthy cadence is so important. For most brands, I recommend between 2 to 4 campaigns a week, which is like 8 to 12 campaigns a month. That's more than enough for most brands, especially if you're doing less than 250K per month right now, okay? And this is very surprising because most people think that most of the retention comes from the emails and SMS. However, most of the retention, so the increase in LTV, if you will, is influenced by quality of your traffic and then the product itself. Especially the product, I'd say if you have a great product, it doesn't really matter how shitty your emails are, they are gonna convert a lot of people and you're going to generate a lot of revenue from your email marketing. And this same concept applies to ads as well. If you have a great product, then it's going to be really easy to come up with or create emails that actually convert because your product is great, if that makes sense. Okay. So that being said, this is the first step to create your content calendar. Step 1 is look at your popular holiday celebrations overall in your country. That could be Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, whatever. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Memorial Day. Again, it really depends on your industry. So this is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And by the way, you can create a content template just like this one, or you can use Notion just like we do at the agency. By the way, if you need help with this for your brand, a link to my calendar is going to be down below in the comment section. So feel free to book a call with me, no strings attached whatsoever. So you can use this template right here or something like this, or you can just use like Notion, which is extremely effective and very straightforward. So yeah, look at popular products and just fill out your content calendar with those popular holidays. So again, here we have some examples. We have Mother's Day, we've got Black Friday, Women's Day, Father's Day. What's that? Mother's Day again. You can do a sale. It's not really necessary. I mean, for example, here they used kind of a example, kind of a gifting example right here. I've actually got the email right here with using really good emails, which is a source of inspiration I'm going to dive into later in this video. So stick with me. But essentially in this email, they just went over the entire angle, the entire gifting angle, just showcases some products, etc., etc. And then here we have Black Friday sale, pretty straightforward, 15% off beer. Happy International Women's Day. They don't have an offer, I think, here. Again, another gifting angle, but without an offer. And then we have an offer here, which is a BOGO offer as well for the supplements brand. So first things first, again, look at popular holiday celebrations and just fill out your calendar accordingly with these celebrations. It really depends, again, on your brand. If you want to celebrate Father's Day, do it. If you don't. It's really up to you. Now, look at niche celebrations. This is where it gets interesting, and this is where it really, again, depends on your brands. For example, if you sell products that are sustainable, you could use the Earth Day celebration and then utilize that for your emails. You can, for example, for this brand, we've got 2 different ones for Earth Day and then for, well, Pet Day, because this is a pet supplements brand right here. So it makes sense to, of course, send emails on Pet Day. If you sell skincare, then it wouldn't make as much sense, right? So that's that. Here we've got Bikini Day. Again, very niche, but if you sell swimwear, for instance, bikinis, whatever, you can actually utilize this as well for your brand. And here we've got Skin Cancer Awareness Month. So if you sell skincare, then it makes sense to actually, again, use this angle for your emails for May, for example, right? Go on the internet and then look up like very popular holidays, a marketing calendar for 2024, like this one right here, and then it'll speed out all the different holidays and all that you can actually utilize for different quarters and months and all that. Very niche ones, like for example, for September, we've got Labor Day, we've got International Literacy Day, National Grandparents Day, National Video Games Day, whatever. You know, it makes sense to actually use these types of information to actually create your content as well. The very easy way to fill out your content calendar, and then it's personalized and it makes sense for your brand. So that's the step number 2. Look at niche celebrations, holidays, if you will. Step number 3, and this is one we actually use. If you run out of ideas, you can definitely sprinkle in some social proof testimonial compilations right here. We like to use these emails like at least 1 to 3 times a month for all of our clients, at least once a month for sure. Especially if you use the testimonials and reviews as a way to tackle different objections, right? And that's the most important thing when it comes to these emails right here. Make sure like those testimonials cover different objections, and that way you push people over the fence and they buy from you. So make sure for your social proof testimonial compilations to actually tackle objections and just handle some objections, right? So this is the step number 3. Sprinkle in some social proof testimonial compilations emails on your calendar as well. 1 to 2 testimonial compilations a month is perfect. Step number 4. Product collection features, how to use USPs. This is more on the promotional side of things. So very straightforward, super straightforward. Just going over kind of a product feature. Could be a product collection, how to use them, different unique selling points, benefits, etc. So pretty straightforward. Yeah, different products, all that. If you have different products, you can actually use these for every single product or your best sellers as well, or different collections. If you launch a new product, if you launch a new collection, you can actually use these emails to have a feature of that collection or product. So step number 4, product collection features, how to use them, unique selling points, etc. Tutorials as well. Step number 5, this is where we get into the educational content. It could be blog content as well. It could be an influencer collaboration you had with someone famous, for instance. So you can have, if you write a blog on your website, you can actually feature that on your email, or you can take the information from the blog and then create an email, a concise version of that blog content for your email, and then tie it back to your product as a solution to that problem you're solving through the content, if that makes sense. Or it depends on the blog content, but yeah, you can actually definitely utilize the blog content you use or long form content you use from other sources as well. So here we've got 3 examples. This is a recipe. This is a supplements brand. So 7-minute read the effects of sugar on the brain. Read more. This is a blog. So this is linking to a blog piece of content. Here we've got a breast pump cushions brand right here. So it's more on the educational side of things. You can give all the information here as well. And then again, at the end, like subtly, and just promote your products in a natural way by connecting it to the actual angle of the email, if that makes sense. So that's the step number 5, educational content, blog content, influencer collaborations, and overall non-promotional, non-super salesy content, if that makes sense. Finally, very simple, to be honest, very straightforward, flash sales. So just having a flash sale. Again, really depends on the brand. You can actually, this ties back to the previous points about different holidays or celebrations, niche celebrations. You could have an offer or a clearance sale, something like that. Again, you can sprinkle in some of these once a month. Could be nice. It depends. Now, bonuses. So of course, you can use ChatGPT. At the agency, we actually use AI to come up with some content ideas for some of our clients. It really depends on the brand and on the situation. You can actually ask ChatGPT to give you 20 to 30 content ideas that are not promotional, no collaborations, no discounts or product launches, anything like that. Just educational, interesting ideas. And then you can play around with that prompt based on the industry of the client. So let's say, for example, you're selling skincare. Then you can actually use one of the ingredients of your products as a way to dive deeper into that ingredient and then have multiple content angles about that specific ingredient, okay? One extremely important thing to keep in mind, tip to keep in mind, is like you shouldn't give out all the information in one single email. Let's say you have a lot of information to give out about a specific ingredient. Then instead of like giving it all away in one email, you can have multiple emails, just breaking it down into multiple subtopics, okay? Now, another one, which is a very cool one that we actually love to use at the agency with our clients, is from the founder emails or text-based. So here we've got 2 examples from Magic Spoon asking me to fill out a survey. I actually received this email yesterday, I think, in exchange for a 15% code. Again, it looks very organic, native. I mean, these text-based emails convert really well, to be honest. Even more than graphic-based emails, you'd be surprised. Now, here we've got another example here from Craft. So very, very salesy, but it works really well. Again, very personal, coming from Josh, the email guy at Crafted. So yeah, that's that. You can actually use Mail and really good emails for inspo. So these are very good platforms to actually use if you're an email marketer to come up with different ideas, inspiration, etc. I love this one. And then also, of course, the good old really good emails as well. And then the biggest source of inspiration for us at the agency is having a swipe file of different brands. So you can subscribe to different newsletters and then have a swipe file kind of category on your Gmail account, for instance, where you receive all the emails from those brands, and then you can actually take a look at them and then see if they help you come up with other ideas. I mean, this works extremely well. If you spend like 10 minutes every day going over the swipe file, you'll see you're never gonna run out of ideas, to be honest. So that's pretty much for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, well, that's great. And thank you so much for the support. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.